It's in the game.
With a Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
Well, the humidity still a factor on this fall afternoon, but no rain in the forecast. That's the good news as you look inside Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on their in-state rivals to the north, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jason Sanders to kick off.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Season 24. Hey, Soko. Check. Silver.
They'll run. This is Bayshore Tootin. Well, he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All right, let's go.
Now Lawrence. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A gain of
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Sink right. Red on red. Hey, I'm gun. Hey, son. Red.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Jaguars at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second down and 8.
Hey, Jupiter. Red, 23. Hey, Soko, so high. Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jamison Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Dolphins nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Ready, shot. Out.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
You look at this Jaguar defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I was so proud of you in our meeting with the defensive coordinator because you asked the question that set him off. And all you said was, so what improvement do you need to see this week, Coach? And boy, he got fired up, didn't he? Takeaways. We need turnovers. We've got to create them. Got so animated, jumped up in our meeting. It was fun to watch.
Somehow I always upset a coordinator. But they like you. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter. Obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, kill. Hey, tomato. Done. 30 left.
Here's Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. They've got his man complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's Tua. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now a 2nd and 6.
At the 31-yard line.
A run up the middle with Irving. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. And, Charles, it's not very often an elite back becomes available. They jumped on him. I think they were smart to do so.
I agree, and we hear so often about how the running back position is devalued. But when you have a chance to get one of the truly best, top of his game, you go out and get him.
Tua going to throw. They set up the screen. Rachel has it. For a 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled him for just a short gain.
Ready, team! 20 TX. Out!
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. Room here to run. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, easy. Ralph. The left. Hey, Soko. It's a hunt.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That's caught. It's Travis Hunter. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
It's a gain of
23 yards on the play.
That's good for a Jaguars.
And defensively, they were in
First
zone
down.
coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're
First and
losing
10
playing
at the
against a good
45-yard
quarterback like
line.
he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34.
Done. It's hot.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Dolphins' 32-yard line.
Hey, tomato. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10
Hey,
at the 11-yard line.
Hey. Done. It's hot.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Hey, Lion.
Lawrence will throw. This is caught. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
All right, let's go. Red.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Okay, break. Hey, here we go.
Turton will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. You can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
44. Ready.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Up the middle, Achane. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Pulled in at the 24. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, Soko, so hot. Go. Sink right.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
20 TX.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Jaguars are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back?
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Hey, tomato. Done. Silver.
Lawrence. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Hey, go. Go, go. Let's go. Done. It's on touch. 11, 11. Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
All right, come on. Come on. All right, go ahead. Go, go, go. Ready. Hey. Double one, high. Hey.
Tua sets up to pass it. Now he's up this and run. Well, he stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 35, here's 2nd and 3.
Ready, set.
Now Tua. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Ready.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
Hey,
And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll get this out to Tootin. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Go.
First down.
Red on red.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard
Go,
line.
let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ford. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the the red zone now on first down.
Great job. 11.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Now a run here off the RPO, he'll keep it. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Lion. Gun. They started hunt. Hey, I'm gun.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On for the Jaguars field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
His kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Get set. Release. 22.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row. First down.
13 yards. First down, Miami.
32. 32. Right there. Ice jab, turbo 2, ice.
Running left, H.N. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Tua, fast pass outside, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Now he's going to step up and run. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. To the right side and complete to Washington. Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Hey, turbo 2.
They fake the handoff, now Tua. A quick throw there is incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
All right, go ahead, go. Out.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now H.N. on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Hey, turbo 1, high.
Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Hey, get set.
They'll send Rice in motion.
2-point conversion.
The 2 are going to try and throw for it. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, I'm gun.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again, they've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Think right open. Hey, easy. Ralph. Hey, Soko, it's hot.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Thomas brings it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On red. Turn. This is hot. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville.
Hey, Soko, hot. 13, Lou. Dirty left. Red.
But to throw again is Lawrence. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now he's going to step up and run. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Man, and he hits him in stride. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got it.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Bashir Tootin with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. The extra point splits the uprights. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. 2 are going to throw. And rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Red on red.
Going quickly here to Thomas. The gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Red, 23. Son, that's what it's
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, Ginger, tag!
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Ready, break. On red. Hey, Phil.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Season 24. Here we go.
Now the former Syracuse man, LaQuinn Allen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long.
Hey, Ron.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. LaQuinn Allen, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Dolphins 15.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up first and 10 at their own 24. Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a second and 9. Looking middle, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a toss right side. Achane with it. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
From midfield, here's Tua. They set up the screen. Achane has it. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. Third and 14.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Hey. Soka, hot.
Here's Lawrence. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A run straight ahead with H.M. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Hey, Lion! Hey, here we go.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
15 yards on the play.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Red on red.
They run it to Chandler. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Looking outside of his got a man. That's Thomas. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Dolphins 22,
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now Tua. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Dolphins first down. A gain of 15.
Out of the gun is a give to Achane. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
That's another Dolphins first down. First and 10.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 37-yard
21G,
line.
21G. Ready.
Here's Tua. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ready.
Here's a toss left for Achane. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Jacksonville, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall to 1-2.